Traveler is a record of my journeys across the world over a 30-year period. At present, I'm on the California coast next to the Pacific. It's a good thing. I've always found the sea a good place to reflect. And I've had to reflect a great deal over these last few days as I've recorded and read aloud my book in the studio. It's been quite an experience for me, one of the first time I've ever done anything like this. And what I came to understand is I thought I knew the stories well in my book, but it turned out that as I retold them, I began to experience them all over again and would find some new things that I hadn't seen before in my writings. You know, the tools of a traveler are compass and map. They calculate distances covered, destinations sought, but those tools can't measure the consequences of experiences on a human heart. As a boy, I was introduced to many books, like The Arabian Nights and Kim, which first set my imagination on fire and then made me very hungry for the world. But it was many of the early British writers, like Mungo Park and Sir Richard Francis Burton and T.E. Lawrence of Arabia, who helped me, a solitary little boy, dream of deserts and faraway places. You know, dreams are dangerous things. They tempt the dreamer, and they can change the trajectory of one's life. Luckily for me, I was infected early with this wanderlust that thus far, happily, I have not recovered from. As I prepared for the recordings and the narration of this book, in my mind I began to revisit the people and places that I had encountered over the years. And in so doing, I was reminded that the travel itself had nothing to do or little to do with travel for travel's sake. It had always been to understand the world, to know it, and to not look away. What I know now to be true is that the people and places I've encountered over these years have become almost imperceptibly a part of me. What I'd like to do is make a place for you, the listener, beside me, and take you to the four corners of the world. We will see many things and meet many people, and we will not look away. We will walk the hills of Gallipoli. We'll smell the herbs of Crete. We'll walk down narrow alleys in Morocco, where the camel butchers ply their trade. And sometimes, in the wind, we may hear the Arabic that the women whisper behind veiled faces. In so doing, together, we will marvel at the diverse, frustrating, ugly, beautiful, and remarkable world we live in. I do hope you'll join me.